Hey everybody, welcome to 269, episode 269 for Unlocking Your Inner Strength. Just got back yesterday morning. Devin and I were down in Naples celebrating our 10-year anniversary. So actually down there for the anniversary date, which was pretty cool. A couple interesting things happened as usual, but the one day I was actually swimming in the ocean, and I had this weird feeling that there was something near me. There was nobody else around me, but I just had this feeling that there was, and I started thinking about a shark, right? And then another father came out, and I talked to him earlier. Cool guy. Clouds were coming in. It was about to get stormed down, so it was hot, and I told Devin I'm going to go back in, and then, come back out, and we'll get back to the place. Well, I was in there talking to the dad, then his two kids came in, about probably 9 and 10 years old. And then I started to walk out, and I noticed there's nobody else in the beach anymore. There's nobody else in the water. Could have been from the storm, but it wasn't really an imminent threat. I get out, and a lady about 50 feet to my left says, "There's a shark right over there. We just saw it. That's why everybody got out." And I said, "There's a shark right there?" So I told the guy's wife. I didn't want to alarm the kids by screaming that. And I went over and started waving him in, and he pulled the kids nice and slow, nice, cool, calm, and collected, pulled them into the shore. And he got in, and he goes, "My daughter said she saw a big fin, not like a dolphin fin. I'll tell you a story about that in a second." Right there, but he didn't believe her. So my gut feeling was right. There was something near me. Pretty cool. I'm sure there's sharks all over there. You just can't see them all the time. And then the next day, I'm sitting on the beach, and I see a fin coming right at us. And I'm sitting on the shore, and I jump out of my chair. I'm like, "Whoa!" I had shark on my mind. It was actually a dolphin that came up. It was about 3 feet of water and played around for about 5 minutes. Pretty cool. I got video of that. It's a good trip. And I had an inspiration on the last full day we were there. It was Saturday. I went out for a run, so I've been getting into running, really trying to push my mind, see where that takes me. And I went out a little later than I wanted. It was probably like 9:30, so it was getting hot down there. I wanted to go for like 35, 40 minutes. I did do that, but I had to stop once or twice briefly. I haven't stopped in about a month or so when it comes to running. And when I've stopped, it's never been something physical. It's just mental weakness. And, so I stopped. It's okay. I was kind of beating myself up, trying to figure out where is that weakness. And then I did some energy breathing where I'm actually picturing energy coming up and energy going back down through the meridians, right in the center of my body. So I was doing some energy breathing just for about 2 minutes. Started to go again, made it back to the condo in no time flat, no other issues. But after I did that breathing, I had an inspiration. So inspiration will strike when you don't know when. You can't make it strike. You can't force it, by routine. It just appears. And my inspiration at the time, because I've been thinking about what's the next route I'm going to take the panda down for, teaching purposes and to really engage me mentally. And it was the concept of energy. You have physiological energy, okay, which I explain in the Panda Dive book in great depth. But then you have energy that's beyond that you get from the world, you get from Earth, from the spirit world. And you could be perfectly healthy, you could be well-rested, eating right, and your energy could be terrible. So it's not a physiological problem. But one of the things I've noticed with the panda is that you free up these energy channels when you're fasting like this. Now, it's hard for me to explain in physical terms because it's not really physical. Now, before I dive into that is kind of the topic of what I'm going to be talking about today. That's the next part that I'm going to be really studying, chakras, meridians, chi, all this type of stuff. Getting a book by this guy, that was about this guy named John Chang, who was really into this stuff. But I'm going to tie it in so I can explain it better to people, because that's one of the key things. Your energy will increase dramatically. And one of the ways I know this, just besides physical performance every day, is when I do the Wim Hof breathing, always on a Tuesday. So that's always the second day of my 48-hour fast. So I fast from Sunday night, so I'm fasting right now, into Tuesday night. Tuesday morning when I do the Wim Hof, I can hold my breath fully expelled, letting the CO2 build up much longer than any other day. right? So that's telling me something about energy and physiology and how it's not blocking some type of channel. But that got me to thinking. You got three things: mind, body, spirit, right? That's really what Newell Strength was founded on. That's what a lot of my tattoos are, the impossible triangle up here. And I'm talking about weight loss right now. So I just want to talk about nutrition, because that's really, that and sleep is where weight loss happens. You got the physiological aspect. So I have somebody that came to me last year, great person, did great with the Panda. Prior to doing the Panda, she had tried every diet. She'd done starvation diets. She'd done, I think the latest one she was on was like 1,100 calories. And prior to the Panda, and she lost 1 pound in 40 days. So real hesitant, whatnot. Past the menopausal stage, she does the Panda. She winds up dropping close to 30 pounds. Fantastic. So physiologically, we know this works, right? The concoction didn't work so well with her, but that was for other reasons. But we work around that, right? The juice concoction. Physiologically, we know it's well. Now she's starting over again because she did not stick with the Panda, which is fine. But now we know physically that it worked. So now you got to look at the next level. Mentally, was your mind aligned with your heart? When your mind and heart are aligned, when you really want something, it's very easy. Real habit will happen like that. Change happens in an instant. When it's not aligned, when you just think you want something but your heart's not really into it, you're never going to achieve lasting success. It doesn't work that way. You got to align both of those things. And this could go for any goal, because most times people have a weight loss goal, and this is why in the Panda I take them through the 5, 6, 7 to really find out what is the deeper intention. What is the deeper intention? Because that's what's going to get your heart into it. When it just stays up here that I want to lose X amount of weight, blah, 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 that's not a big driver. That doesn't do it for most people, right? It doesn't do it for most people. And I could tell you, if we're talking about the Panda, like the black version, which I personally do, doing it for over 2 years now, my heart and my mind are aligned with it. It's not even a thought in my mind. It's so easy. I don't stress it. It doesn't. I do my 48-hour fast. It's not a big deal. I mean, you just go about life, right? So you got to align mind, body, and spirit. The first one is figure out physiologically what works for you. And I can tell you what that is just from fasting, but my point is you got to figure that out. And you can base that based on results you're getting in biofeedback, right? So one of those things, which I talked about at the beginning, is going to be energy. Your energy should dramatically improve when you're on the right path. You got it, David. Your energy should improve when you're on your right path. Again, this goes for any goal you're setting. I'm using weight loss as the topic today. But energy should dramatically improve when mind and heart are aligned. When I talk about heart, that's also spirit, right? You got to align those things. So you got to do some digging before you just decide to do something. If you're trying to achieve somebody else's goals or something that you think you should do because that's going to please other people, you're going to fail. You're going to fail 1,000% every time. So align mind, body, and spirit. Give it some thought. Give it some meditation. Think about it. It sounds incredibly simple. It is incredibly simple. It's not incredibly simple necessarily to find your right path, right? To find your true path. But when you find it, doors just open for you, right? There's not as much struggle. Doors will open for you. And that's what you got to think about. And, and nonetheless, the Panda diet has proved itself time and time again that it works physiologically. No matter what, it works if you're actually following it, because it controls insulin, the main hormone. Hundreds of test cases with this now, and all the science backs it up too. But you're not going to hear this in the mainstream, because this would go against everybody being healthy. If everybody adopted this way of eating, people would be much healthier, be much stronger mentally and spiritually, right? Which kind of goes against, what they push, right? So that's a whole different topic. But there you have it. And the next thing I will be working on for the second Panda book, because I was thinking about, again, I put everything physiologically. I have a couple updates I want to put in there, like the liver cleanse. But there's not too much to add to it. So the next book is going to be about energy channels with fasting. Okay, so I don't know anybody else that's done this, but that's it's my inspiration that came to me, and that's what I'm going to be digging into to explain that in other terms, and then teaching people about that. So you all have a good day. Don't forget to go to kylenewell.com. If you go to /manual, you can get the free fasting manual. You'll be on my email list over there, and that's separate from Newell Strength. And hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button. I guess that's the same thing. Share it, leave a comment. Appreciate the support, everybody. Peace.